Lamont let shed everybody up. Everybody ate crow, you know what I'm saying? And some of them just didn't know. You know, just didn't know Lamont, but a lot of them know us. But a lot of these Cavs fans don't know boxing. Criticize them.
I ain't gonna really think about that yet because I'm waiting after he finishes his fight with Roach. Roach is not just your average everyday opponent. Roach is the person who knows Tank, who's been around Tank his whole life. This is a different fight. You can't put Roach to the side like that. I'm sorry. Now, I'm not saying that he's gonna win the fight. I don't know that, but Roach cannot be this underrated like that. You understand? You gotta understand that Roach came from basically.
The rematch press conference between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Lamont Roach heated up quickly, and it wasn't the fighters who ignited the fire. It was Calvin Ford, Davis's longtime trainer, who threw the first verbal punch. Wasting no time, Ford accused Roach of being scared, claiming he had awakened something dangerous in Davis and now feared the consequences. This wasn't just pre-fight hype. Staring down Roach's father, Ford delivered a chilling warning. "You poked the bear. Now you're scared of what's coming. You don't want to face that beast again."
I think the hardest punch I ever faced, no. And I ain't shitting on him or nothing like that. He can punch. But Jonathan Oquendo, he's from Puerto Rico. Bro, he got bricks in his hands, bro. I lie to you not. He punched hard. I ain't gonna lie. He a hard hit.
That was all it took to light a fire under Lamont Roach Sr. He didn't back down or brush it off. Instead, he came back swinging. Roach Sr. accused Team Davis of stalling the rematch from the start. "You all know the truth," he snapped. "We signed that contract the moment it hit our hands. It was your side dragging things out, hoping this would all fade away." Then, with a dismissive wave, he added, "Now you're here trying to act tough? Please." The tension never let up. Even after the microphones were turned off, the air in the room stayed charged. But now, with the rematch officially set for August 16th in Las Vegas, all the talking ends in the ring. And this time, no one wants a repeat of what happened on March 1st.
How many rematches have you fought?
0.
What do you have to do to create enough separation where this don't happen again?
Whew, that's a good question. It's going to be based on my training camp. I have to push myself a little harder if that didn't get me the win. And I have room. I definitely have room. I'm not going to lie, I have room.
You believe you fought the best Gervonta, or do you think he got some more gears?
100% for a fact. I think he might have some more gears, but I fought the best Gervonta that night.
That fight, a majority draw, left a bitter taste in the mouths of fans and fighters alike. Gervonta Davis put his WBA lightweight title on the line, but instead of walking away with a decisive victory, he found himself at the center of one of the year's most controversial moments in boxing. In the 9th round, Davis, unexpectedly, dropped to a knee. He insisted it wasn't from a punch, but from grease dripping into his eyes from his braids, burning so badly he couldn't see. The officials agreed, ruling it not a knockdown, a decision that proved pivotal. The judges scored it a draw, allowing Davis to retain his title amid a wave of debate and disbelief.
I just so happen to be a boxing fan that the fact that I do watch him fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really like boxing.
Are you open to immediate rematch?
In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed
Right.
for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight.
Right.
Just in case he lost or just in case it was a draw.
So when you got a rematch clause, how long we take?
It's up to the A side and when they want to fight. So I'm thinking it's going to be soon. I'm hoping it's going to be soon. Let's say that.
What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month.
I'm thinking July.
I'm thinking July for sure.
With the rematch now locked in, Gervonta "Tank" Davis is already making moves, and fans are paying close attention. In a recent photo he shared, one detail jumped out immediately: no braids. The hairstyle that sparked so much controversy in the first fight is gone. That single change sent social media into a frenzy. One fan wrote, "Shortcut Tank back. Roach's sleep." Another echoed the sentiment. "No braids. Tank is back. Roach is in trouble." Among Davis's supporters, there's a growing belief that this version of Tank, sharp, focused, and ruthless, is coming with something to prove. But the other side isn't sitting back. Lamont Roach didn't treat the draw as a moral victory, far from it. From the moment the final bell rang on March 1st, he's been outspoken, demanding a rematch and insisting that he was ready long before Davis was. Roach even took to social media, calling Davis scared and claiming his side had signed the contract weeks ago, just waiting for Davis to step up. Now that Tank has finally answered the call, the boxing world is weighing in. And some big voices are joining the conversation. One of the sport's elite, Terrence Crawford, shared his take on ring champs with AK and Barack. He didn't hold back. "I think you're going to get a better Tank," Crawford said. "But at the same time, I think Roach fought at his peak. I don't think he can fight better than that." Crawford's assessment added fuel to an already burning rivalry and set the stage for a high-stakes showdown in August.
Lamont Roach throwing his hands fast as hell. He's in the gym preparing. I think the rematch with Roach versus Gervonta can actually be more exciting than the first one. In my opinion, I've said this many times, the actual fight itself wasn't that crazy. The crazy thing is what you've never seen before, the knee. But as far as a boxing match, it was, if you look at the copy box, they didn't throw a lot of punches. It wasn't like, it wasn't really a great fight.
Crawford pointed to hesitation as Davis's biggest flaw in the first fight. He was only throwing 1 or 2 punches. "He's got to let his hands go," he said. If that's true, a more aggressive Tank could make the rematch lopsided. But Claressa Shields disagrees. Speaking to Fight Hub TV, she backed Roach and said, Davis's outside-the-ring issues are holding him back. "He's frustrated. Sometimes anger helps, but not when you lose control," she said, even suggesting therapy might help Tank refocus.
Like which version he shows up with, and no disrespect to Roach, but you know what I mean.
No, that is disrespect for the Roach, and like y'all fight fans gotta realize that is disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like he in there fighting another grown man that ain't going for none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you don't think Roach is gonna come with another game plan or something better or this, that, and third? So when they have a rematch, are y'all still gonna say, "Oh, Take's still not his full self ever since he fought whatever"? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like.
The comments aren't just speculation. Davis dropping to a knee and blaming hair grease showed just how unpredictable things can get. Claressa Shields sees it as a red flag, instability that in boxing can be the difference between victory and defeat. And now, Shakur Stevenson is weighing in. Likely next in line for the winner, Stevenson isn't sold on this being a smooth comeback for Davis. In a recent interview, he warned that the rematch could actually be even tougher.
Again, because I think that the next fight is going to be a whole lot better, and I think the next fight is going to end with somebody being on the canvas, in my opinion. But I think that Lamont Roach, I want to give a shout out to Lamont Roach for putting up such a amazing performance. We never seen anyone stand there toe-to-toe with Gervonta Davis.
Lamont Roach has been waiting his whole life for this shot, and Shakur Stevenson knows it. He recalled sparring with Roach and spoke about how seriously Roach is taking the rematch. "I bet money the first fight would go the distance because I knew he wasn't getting a decision," Stevenson said. He added that this isn't just any rematch, it's a real test for Davis. Tank can't just show up at his best. He has to be better than he was last time. This is going to be a very difficult fight.
How you think one coming up with
I
Tank
hope he
and
don't
Roach?
fight Lamont, actually. Like, I hope he don't get in the ring with him again. Because at the end of the day, if he lose, it's just going to look bad on the fight with me. So it's going to look like somebody else already did it. I want
You want Tank to knock you out, yo. I heard him say, like, yo, I want to fight Tank, and that's nice, but why do you want Tank to knock you out so bad? Like,
look, that sound good. That sound real good, but she's too little.
Too little.
I promise you.
This rematch isn't just about a belt anymore. It's about pride, credibility, and the future. With tension this thick, it's more than strategy. It's personal. Ford's warning at the press conference wasn't just hype. The animosity is real. Davis's camp is certain Roach got lucky with the draw. Roach's team insists Tank didn't even want the fight. The contract battles, public digs, and Davis's new look all build a story of mental toughness, personal pressure, and unfinished business. This fight could redefine both careers.